Just one spot remains in the battle for finals glory. East had a good start to the season but fell away in the middle to lose momentum leading up to the finals. Last year's grand finalist Randwick finished 5th this year, but the Galloping Greens made the grand final from 6th position last year and have home ground advantage today. This is Eastern Suburbs and Randwick in the second elimination final of the Shute Shield. Hello and welcome back to Coogee Oval. I'm Stephanie Brance. It is great to have you joining us once again. Well, neither side have had an ideal warm-up for this one. East going down by 1 point to Wooden Spooners Penrith last week, while Randwick lost to the Marlins at Manly Oval. Well, Norths and Manly would know exactly how these sides are feeling because they were in the same position this time yesterday. Let's take a look at the highlights of the first elimination semi-final between the Marlins and the Shoremen.
Getting a good continuity here. Walton tests the line. Big second row is brought down just on the advantage line pretty much. Standing pretty deep. Evans to Holmes. Holmes has got a big gap. Holmes has got plenty of pace. One to beat. Oh, what a beautiful step from Zach Holmes. On his way to the posts. And Norths are in. Manly defence being well and truly tested here as they try and see off a second try from the Shoremen. Oh,
three blue.
Smashed.
Playing advantage.
He wasn't. Evans. Well, there's a chance here. It's just through the hands. Murray. Try. Wow. And there's an advantage accruing here for Manly. Cotty.
Offside, I think.
Rippier, wide ball through the hand. No, Seymour will do it on his own. And Seymour is around for the first for the Marlins. I think he refuses to be grasped.
Hand off, Black.
Rippier. Hartman does well. Seymour trying to set up his winger. And still going. Hooper. Just into touch.
Hand off, Black.
Only Ali turning that.
Rippier. Neville. Oh, and he's away again. Hooper. Seymour in for his second. Yes. And he'll come around behind the post because he's kicking. Rippier. Still not going to run himself. Smith, Andrew Smith is through. Brought down from behind, but here's Hooper. Hooper. Rippier, is he there? Oh, he's lost it. But now it's been grounded. And
Yes, you got an opinion on the knockback?
I think Cotty's got this.
I agree with you.
That
Have you got anything different to that, Stu?
It's a heartbreaker.
I'm keen for that too. Thank you.
it's a try. Oh, and Norths throw their head back. Hooper. Rippier. Shuffled on well by Seymour. And it gives a great chance to Woodhouse. Woodhouse chips it in field. Who's chasing there? Smith might get to it first. No, he doesn't. Samuwara. Seymour. Good low tackle.
Brain.
Rippier out to Dane Maraki. Nice footwork from Sailor.
What a
Hegarty. Oh, what a run from Hegarty. Does he get there? He sure does.
Oh, that's one of the greats.
Hand off, Black. Hey.
Cotty.
Manage over.
Rippier. And in for the try, Caden Neville. We were just talking about him and he delivers. And that will deliver Manly another week in the playoffs. Evans. Zach Holmes. Rippier had him and so did Cotty. They kind of let him go and he drives to within 4 metres of the line. The ball spills out. Evans. A little reverse pass to Gilbert.
Done. Forward. Got him.
Oh, no, sir, says AJ. But yes, indeed.
No, I got it wrong.
No, for a game like that, you can't help but enjoy, wins like that. And, mate, just got our heads down and looking forward to next week.
It's been a good season for the boys. We've all come together pretty good and we were up for today, but we came out to a really good start. We had belief, but Manly were just too good at the end. It just put so much pressure on us and, yeah, congrats to them. Good luck.
For Manly, 2 tries to Seymour, others to Hegarty, Neville and Cotty. Seymour and Rippier shared the kicking. For Norths, their 2 tries to Zach Holmes and Ben Murray came pretty early. Zach Holmes, as always, accurate with the boot. But Manly, 34-23 winners.
Well, we have 2 new contenders today, though, and Steve Rebillard, an intriguing encounter ahead.
Steph, there are plenty of facets to this gem of a game. Not only are East and Randwick the fiercest of rivals, but we've got Super 15 players coming back. The loser is gone for the season. And Brett, we've even got brother against brother. This should be a good one.
Yeah, a massive day. 2 of our oldest clubs. East were formed in 1900, Randwick 18 years or so before that. 28 premierships Randwick have won, just 9 from their great rivals here in the eastern suburbs. Cracking game. Not only that, Randwick have only beaten them once in the last 6 and none of the last 4. So East go in with plenty of confidence, but I think today the home ground advantage might help Randwick a little bit. Tough day for East.
Let's have a look at the East lineup first of all, and they are without McKibben. That's really important at 9.
Brendan McKibben, he's got a bulging disc. Luke Irwin's a really good player, but he's not Brendan McKibben. Their forward pack is where they base much of their game plan. Front row is excellent. A couple of hard-working second rowers, McGann and Makers. Matt Hodgson is back. This is his first game for East this season as he's on standby for the World Cup squad. Plenty of speed out wide as well if they can use it properly.
Even after a shock loss last week, East won't have any trouble getting up for this one.
We've just been concentrating on ourselves, just trying to complete our plays. We find in the past couple of weeks we've just haven't been completing them, so it's just execution today.
And is confidence high in eastern suburbs?
Absolutely, these sort of games build themselves up. So, elimination semi against our rivals here at Coogee, it's going to be a good day.
A couple of late changes for Randwick, but importantly for them, Ben Moen back in.
Massive addition. Obviously a back rower at Super 15 level. He's in the second row today, gives them a lot of mobility and some good line-out options. Adam Fryer is also a key man, great leader, apart from being a pretty handy player. Josh Valentine also, a lot of pressure on him and responsibility at number 9.
Well, Randwick almost pipped Manly at the post last week. What are their prospects today against another team which has had their measure recently?
Yeah, look, we've mentioned it briefly. Obviously, they've got the upper on us the last 2 years, home and away. So there's a bit of motivation there, but semi-finals is a different style of football, and it's do or die. So we're not reading too much into that, but it's a little bit of motivation for us.
And Tim strengthened by the return of a couple of players into the Randwick lineup.
Yeah, we have. Benny Moen, Bakalani, Lala's back as well. He's been injured for a little bit, so it just strengthens us up a little bit more, gives us that a little bit more starch up front, and also that experience that we need.
Well, East do have a solid recent record against Randwick, but how much of a worry is that loss last week to Penrith? John Morrison will sort it all out, at least we hope so, Steph.
Yes, thanks, Steve. John can sort out all manner of conundrums, but that was a wake-up call for East last week.
Well, they're not going to get a much bigger one, but it's a local derby and an elimination final put together. What a great contest set up. But neither of these sides comes into this game all that well prepared. Of the last 11 games, Randwick have won just 6, Eastern Suburbs just 5. And in fairness, one of those matches was against Randwick, but just how damaging that loss to Penrith was remains to be seen. I can see it as a great battle of the back rows. I think that's where it'll be fought out and decided today.
All right, so who gets your tip?
Oh, Randwick, I think they've had just that little bit of edge, and they're strengthened with the return of some players. They'll get the nod.
It's going to be a cracking match. Let's go back up to Steve and Brett.
Yeah, it's 4th against 5th, East against Randwick. The Wicks have pulled home ground advantage here at Coogee Oval, but can they do something with it? We're about to find out. Game 2 of the Shute Shield playoffs. Just a glorious day here and a nice crowd coming in and enjoying the atmosphere. But this team's used to being in the grand final, Brett. They've got a fair bit to do to get there.
Well, they finished 6th last year and then upset Manly in week 1 of the finals. It was a big upset. Everyone anticipated a good Manly win that day. Look, they're up for it. They've been here plenty of times. There's a certain feel down here at Randwick when it comes to this time of year. They have a winning culture, and I expect that they might just get the job done today.
Well, the importance of this game will help East forget last week's performance.
Well, let's hope so. I'm pretty sure they'll put that behind them. And in fact, it might be the thing that spurs them on, because they'd have been embarrassed. And when the chips are down today, they will remember that. They'll need to work hard.
Well, it's only 24 hours since our first elimination semi here at Coogee Oval, so the condition of the pitch is certainly relevant. How's it come up, Louise?
Well, Steve, we noticed yesterday that the grass here at Coogee has been cut quite short in preparation for cricket season, and this will be the last lot of rugby Coogee Oval sees for the year. The sun's out, it's quite warm, and there is a decent westerly coming through as well. And Steve, there's a big crowd coming in the ground now for this elimination final.
Oh yeah, there's much to look forward to about it as Randwick come on. I'm so tempted to say they're the home side, but these two grounds were chosen some weeks out, Brett. It's an interesting process.
It is. The winner of this clash today will play Eastwood next Saturday. Obviously, loser goes home and has a quiet drink and celebrates the season. I like the look of this team.
So, Adam Fryer, I think he's really going to add something up front. Cruzar now comes in at 1 instead of Maraki Toa. That was a suggestion at the start of the week. Sad news for Bevu Takiri, whose uncle passed away on Friday, so he's made way for Finau Makamaka. Bevu's gone up to Brisbane for that funeral, so our thoughts are with the Takiri family. Lottie's up there also. As East come out onto the ground to warm applause. Oh, it's only going to get hotter, though, when the first contact starts. And late change here. We've got Tamoipio in 6 and Matt Hodgson in 8. Do you read anything into that?
It surprises me, I have to say. Matt Hodgson hasn't played a whole heap of number 8. And it's an issue at scrum time. I mean, Pauliasi is used to the relationship with his halfback at scrum time and all of that. So Matt Hodgson, I wouldn't be surprised if they switch it around a little bit. But he's a wonderful addition. Great speed, great competitor in the loose.
So McKibben not here. And goal kicking, I wonder if that'll be an issue for them. But right now, the issues with Angus Gardner, our referee, who looks in a happy mood. And he'll be well assisted today by Julian Pritchard, look after the TMO duties. And 2 very experienced men, and Stu Dickinson and Ian Smith. George, is our floor manager getting a cuddle from Stu? That's all right.
I wonder how long it'll be before the McGann brothers throw a punch at one another.
Oh, don't be like that.
I wonder how long it's been since they have.
Yeah. And that just gets the 10 metres and...
Oh, Moen.
Yeah, Ben Moen. So that's Jeff Ingram. He's in 5 now. As they've swapped back. But, there was a late change of jerseys. Moen's supposed to be in 4. Valentine.
Leave him! Leave him! Wait, get out of it.
So we've had a few late changes to numbers and jerseys. Adam Fryer in 18 because the 2's not a good fit. Alan Gar, who on the bench, if he's required, will come on in 2. Fryer to half. Toby Brown, shapes to give, but there were interceptors waiting everywhere. There's McGann on McGann. It didn't take long. Fryer again, getting his hands on it, plenty.
Roll away and release.
And the first penalty to Randwick. Listening to, while the East boys were warming up on the far side of the field 20 minutes ago, Brett, they were talking about the Randwick McGann and saying, look, he's got on his feet, we just got to smash him. I just wonder how Matt feels about that when they're talking about Tim, got to smash him. Full time, there we are, 32-6 Australia in that World Cup match.
Good start for the Wallabies, excellent work. It was 6 all at half time, I believe. A bit tight in the first half, but they've cut loose.
Well, it's an 80-minute game. Don't worry about that.
Yes, it is.
What's the front? 9-1. 8-2. Yeah. That's not straight.
That's not straight, says someone. We've got a few referees out there, I think, John, as well as us on the sideline.
I just loved how he said it from the top of the jump.
That's not straight.
Well, referee agrees.
Strong blue.
I suppose he was in the best position to tell.
yeah. Some interesting games in the lower grades, Brett, and a couple of tight scores too.
9.
Yeah, very tight. Randwick got away in a tight one in 4th grade over Norths. West Harbour, after the full-time bell, have snuck home with a converted try over Manly. That's heartbreaking. And Southern Districts were outstanding in 2nd grade.
That one not so close. All right, Randwick in a good attacking position, but not with the feed. As Hodgson picks it up off the back. And Sipa Tamoipio, those unmissable red boots. Derwin getting good, quick ball, but also getting nailed early.
Leave it green.
Plenty of feeling in this match. I'm just wondering how it might boil over and whether it's going to be a difficult game for Angus Gardner with the history and what's at stake.
Take him back.
And the breeze makes it very tricky for the kickers today. And Foley almost takes it out of the hands of Ethan Ford. This might be a good kick, depending on the bounce. And Foley almost had it as he knocked it forward.
Advantage.
It's East's advantage coming. And Sipa Tamoipio arcs around and puts it on the left boot. Valentine's there. And Pakalani didn't spot an acre of space on our left.
Leave it blue!
From his near side, Valentine waiting, and penalty coming.
First player's there, off feet. Stay up.
What do you feel that breeze is doing, John?
I'm just trying to work it out. It's coming in from left to right of our screens, but once it's down, it's gusting around. So you see the flags on the far side appearing to blow from right to left. So it's going everywhere at the moment.
You don't know, do you?
Hey, John.
Yeah.
It's the same as yesterday, and it's blowing towards the far side of the field as you look at your screen, and it's fairly strong.
West-southwest.
Southwest?
Yeah, west-southwest.
When you arrive, you go for
Graham
it.
Creed can find out.
He'll know.
He'll know.
Look at the touch
Blowing
judge's
everywhere.
flag. That's where the breeze is going. It's quite a stiff breeze.
It is.
More west than south. Anyway, Adam Fryer is throwing into it. And not very straight. A tough day for the Hookers.
Play advantage.
Eddie Payer.
Advantage over.
That could be a good kick, but it bounces the wrong way for him, but away from Foley and gets it on the second bounce. Now, where's he want to put it? Away from Anton Levin, because Levin can tackle. He's such a solid club man for East. He'll be looking to make a big contribution today in 13 for Easts. Tim McGann, he wants it. A little pod setting itself. Cruzan now, he's going nowhere. The defence just swallows him up. Fryer. Again with a clean out, Valentine.
Stop three.
Toby Brown sets this on the breeze. Oh, well taken in the end by Dion Tomata. Just wriggles out of a couple. Irwin. Payer. Nicely between Foley and Ford. Foley.
Oh, the big torpedo.
Yeah, that's worked okay, although went out a bit early, I think, for his liking.
Well, the breeze on that side of the field really helping the kickers push the ball towards the touchline.
East's points difference this season, plus 118, Randwick 73, so around a 50-point difference there.
Smart throw to two.
Maybe they're the options today. Keep it short and simple. Ratamafu. Just inside the Randwick half, and an East penalty now.
Yeah, fair call. The Randwick player was caught on the tackle. It was, of course, Toby Brown not rolling away there. Two things I've noticed about East, though, just in the opening couple of minutes is, first of all, their defence has remarkably improved from what it must have been last weekend. They're really coming off the line quite strongly at Randwick. The second thing is it appears that they're definitely going to play a field position. Try and get that ball down into Randwick's half and wait for penalties like this.
Yeah, Toby Brown got himself in a bad position there and couldn't allow tackle player to play the ball. It was something that happened last week in that East loss to Penrith. In the first 5 minutes, Eddie Payer got yellow carded for an attempted trip and it set them back, and they never found the rhythm of the game. And Penrith, to their great credit, absolutely stuck at 7 unconverted tries, which might be some kind of record. Matt Briggs, coach, was telling me about half of them were very kickable. But anyway, they got there.
This will be an excellent kick if he gets the distance against this wind.
Holding up and over.
What a good kick.
Super kick. It's a very big swing on that from right to left on the breeze. He judged it beautifully.
That'll give East a lot of confidence with McKibben not involved.
Look where he starts that. He starts that way outside the right-hand upright and he just gets it over.
And there was a good strong gust against him as the ball was in flight too, so he's really struck it well.
If it's breezy, swing easy.
That's what I've got to do.
Yep. Brought down by Matt McGann. Irwin to Tomata. Shaw.
7 out. It's good.
And back this way they want to come. Zlatevsky. Still about 5 metres outside the East 22. Oh, I don't think it was supposed to go to McMicken.
He did well.
Yeah. Oh, it's come loose.
Tackler, didn't roll. I don't mind this. We've had 4 penalties, all for the same infringement now. Now, unless they're all completely stupid, they'll figure it out soon.
Well, it's going to keep a good open flying game, isn't it, Brett, if it's consistent with Angus Gardner? But he's not peeling off too many yards there. Again, just that breeze playing havoc.
That ball nearly landed on the sausage chisel downstairs.
Oh, no.
That would have been a tragedy.
Absolutely.
Keep that aroma coming, folks. It's fantastic.
Crooked throw.
I wonder, Graham's got his hands full here, but if we could keep track of crooked throws, that would be fun. There's about 3 or 4 already.
We've had 3, I believe.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, yes.
I'm delegating, Brett. Do you want to tally them up?
No.
That's too boring for you.
Not for a second. Because I'll tally up the ones that were crooked and not penalised.
Oh, no, go easy.
Dear.
We're trying to get some
ball.
play here. We're trying to get some play.
Pause.
Valentine to feed the scrum. It's a moving feast. Oh, nice flick pass and beautifully picked up by Pakalani.
Oh, Hodgson, brilliant. There you go. That's why they wanted him.
Oh, there's a little bit of aggravation going into the ruck there. Eddie Payer is not quite through. Picked out a couple of forwards to run at, but the grasping tackle was good enough. Levin. To Mafu. Plays it back. McGann. Mathers, beg your pardon. Phil back from a month off with injury. Payer. Gee, the numbers there, but he chooses to chase territory with a kick. It could be very good.
Great kick.
Quick throw in if Foley wants. Foley does. Foley kicks. Not far.
I think the pass to his teammate was a better option there. He'd attracted 2 defenders and there was nobody from Easts anyway to his right. Plenty of space. And the kick, not great. East still on attack. Was a super kick by Payer.
Yeah, did really well there. He judged that so well. The winger was a little bit infield, recognised, peeled off about 40 metres.
Irwin, difficult ball to deal with. His back line's on the back foot, but Levin, good backup. Away they go. Damon Anderson inside the 22. A rare visit for Easts. What can they do with it? Some numbers here, but the defence shuffling across. Levin trying to set them up. Oh, 2 second rowers there, and between the 3 of them, they didn't quite get it right.
I thought he did very well, Levin, too, by straightening and allowing it. Well, this is the first thing he did well. Makes the break, or the half break. Anderson takes it on. Quick ball to his right. The 2 second rowers, I thought, were going to be set up here. Catch, pass, and McGann was in.
Yeah. McGann and Mathers there. Levin did so well to straighten it and give them the chance, but take your chances. I think Paulie Tamoipio was saying that at the start, wasn't he, John? They've got to take their opportunities.
Played left wing or discipline. I just thought Levin's work was there excellent, wasn't it? He was involved in the initial play, as Brett pointed out, then got involved in setting up in the second. It's time, it's the work off the ball the players do that really creates that extra man, that extra space.
Yes, he's not far off Super 15 level, is he, Anton Levin? He's so dependable. Lockie Fear, Tim Wallace.
And flexible too, centres, wing, fullback.
Great take on one hand. Offer for Nganuku.
Back on side.
Offer for short, and for us, it'd be easier if we could just do that. Sateski to ground. Great hands from Tamata. Might give them a chance out wide. Ratu Mafu. Offer. Payer. And they're only 7 or 8 metres out East, with a huge right side to work with if they want to go that way.
Out of it, 11.
Randwick haven't committed many to this breakdown, though. Mathers. Try and suck a few in here. He's dealt with some difficult balls very well in the opening minutes. Dion Tamata.
No.
Oh, Fryer came through a bit early, and there's 3 points waiting if East can't take advantage. Nice ball back inside. An offer to Hodgson. And again, a nice pick-up from Tamata. And we're coming
18
back.
green in the side.
Dion Tamata, how about his hands, Brett?
Very good. You shouldn't say that, though. He'll drop the next one. No, almost every pass around his ankles, he has not missed a beat.
Yeah, throwing him some rubbish. He say, I'll have it.
Yeah. And Mark Ellis said that to Nick Farr-Jones when Nick was preparing for his first ever test. A bit nervous. Where do you want them, Mark? Just chuck him, Nick. I'll pick him up.
Yeah. And I think just this season, as we watch his performance today, Eddie Payer's kicking has improved. You know, he's got a strong league background, some union and a lot of league. He's getting to grips with it. Yeah,
well, they do a fair bit of kicking in that other code.
You know so well.
For space.
If somewhat briefly.
It's been a good start by East. They've looked very good. Their intensity's good. The speed of their play is good. And of course, the dominating possession, which helps.
They haven't scored, but they haven't come to this end and left without points. So 6-0.
Well, they won't mind how. Keep taking the 3.
Mathers. Away from Ingram. Tamata. One bounces on the edge of the cricket pitch area, and Lamb struggling to get his hands on it. It's the wrong bounce for him.
Well, it's a simple game plan, and they're executing it well. The kicking game's first class from Easts.
Yeah, they're really positioning it well, aren't they? Putting that pressure back on Randwick. I just saw the possession and the territory stat. They're just not getting their hands on it, and if they do, they're not in the right position.
Fryer. How's the throw in? East say thank you, but there was a knock on from Easts.
Scrum green.
They had it.
Yes, they did.
Line-outs proved a problem for Randwick.
One of the men on the bench today for Randwick, Tim Maxwell, if Randwick were to lose today, it'd be his last game, and it's game number 255 for one of the great stalwarts of the club.
Good career that.
And he was also given the Clubman of the Year at Randwick this year, so he's an all-round supporter of the game and the club.
Engage!
Stand a mighty player for Randwick as well, of course, John Maxwell. Brown. Maka.
Oh, he's allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's messy.
I didn't see much wrong with that.
Yeah, no, I thought he was okay, Andrew Shaw. Referee Gardner called him out of it.
I think he's arguing the point too.
18.
Okay.
It's a good battle at the breakdown. Easts are winning it at the moment. He's the tackler.
Oh, he's not the tackler.
He doesn't go to ground.
No, good point.
Doesn't go to ground. The referee might have that right. My goodness.
Well done, Angus.
Hey, they're good, aren't they?
22-10, the Rucks and Mauls. East's dominant. 6-0 their advantage. A couple of penalties from Dion Tamata.
Look at this field set up. Free here, Brett.
Engage!
Every East back stacked by one to the right-hand side.
Anton Levin.
Oh, he's going back now.
He's wandering. They will
Heads and shoulders up, get a bind. Heads and shoulders up, get a bind.
Right, I think.
Your ball, you set.
I would think
Adjust.
they'll be opening up to the left now with Levin. Oh, maybe not. With Levin going over as the decoy. I'll stick with the left-hand play.
Hodgson playing number 8.
Crouch.
Interesting one, that.
Touch.
I hope he knows what moves on.
Pause. Engage.
He might start it.
7 on.
Here he goes. Hodgson. Oh, left behind by Sipa Tamoipio. And Randwick with a chance for some kind of a counter here. Maka makes it to halfway. Ooh, spirits, but not a knock on. Lala Lamb. Taken a little high, but he's all right. He's shrugged that one off. Brown.
Forward advantage.
Levin, Anton Levin, I don't think they'll catch him. Ethan Ford giving good chase, but he puts the foot down, Anton Levin, and scores the first try. Turnover time, ouch.
Soft.
Yeah.
Soft, that they will not be happy. Randwick, it looked simple. They had numbers on their right. They tried to get it there. That's where it's dropped. Ben Mowen, not happy. Levin, very happy. That's an excellent lead now. It'll be 13 in a minute.
Well, Ben Mowen's had so little game time that maybe just a little bit rusty out there with a hand.
It was really rocketed at him, though, I have to say.
Yep.
Good speed, good foot race there. Ethan Ford, very quick. But Levin quick enough.
Yeah, I think if he'd had to go another 25 metres, it could have been different, but he didn't. He had what was required, and we're just singing his praises a couple of minutes ago. And how reliable he is, does the simple things well, and scores the opening 5-pointer.
Well, yesterday we saw Norths get out to 14-0 and then had 35 or 34 scored against them. But they look good to me today, East. I thought the Randwick men might have a bit much for them at home.
Perhaps the Emus did them a favour last week.
Yeah.
Got a couple of players back.
Their recent memories of playing Randwick are very good also, which helps you mentally.
Curls it back very nicely.
Beautifully done, wasn't it? Handling has been a bit of a problem for Randwick, though. We saw it first of all on the left-hand side, a spilled ball. Now we see Ben Mowen putting it down. Yeah, it was hard, but a guy like Mowen, you think has the skills to do it. Look at the speed Levin puts on here over that 22 metres. He is fast and getting faster, and great try. Nailed that down, and that's the reward for the intensity that Eastern Suburbs are putting in this first 20 minutes.
Must stay totally focused on keeping Randwick pointless. Tomata. This one towards La La Lamb and that breeze, keeping it in. Sending it out. Kept it in. Pakalani waits for an awkward bouncing ball, and they're just not sure of themselves at the moment, Randwick. And it's been stolen.
Inside 10.
Tomopio hands it on well. Mathers. Tomata, rounded up nicely by Ben Mowen, looking to make amends for the drop ball that led to the try. Sipa Tomopio, Eddie Paya. Puts a bit of footwork on, but can't break the line. McMicken. Giving a bit of help into the quarter. Quick ball they're getting here, and lots of it. Maybe Paulie Tomopio needed to test the line a bit there with his size and strength. Just pass it on. Not much happening.
Luke Irwin in trouble here.
Well, I think he copped a stray.
Number 15 off his feet.
Yeah, in
playing it.
Well, a delicate area.
Oh, okay.
It's,
well, it's understandable then. He should stay down as long as he needs to.
He had little interest in the game after that.
Just put him on the other side of him.
Matt McGann with the leg. Oh no, he's right in the, right in the ribs. Yeah. Ow. Probably took the wind out of him. Yeah. as long as it hasn't done more than that.
It's all right. Eddie Paya hobbling the line out as well.
That's not good.
Set Damon Anderson to fullback position as he recovers.
Randwick have got East a bit short here if they can do something well. Oh, driving tackle and still being driven back. Massive. This is Andrew Shaw. Yep.
Good job. And they've turned it back.
Off at a half. Sipa Tomopio almost through. Supports there from Offer again.
Leave it, Green!
Randwick being called out of it. Oh, yeah. Don't think you.
Well, hang on. You can't do that into a ruck.
Come here, 13.
Yeah,
come here, please. Let me referee it. Don't come flying in. You've got the penalty. Yeah. Don't make me reverse it, please. Where you go, thanks.
It wasn't reversed. That was dangerous.
You went for the ball. You went off your feet. You slowed it up. Back 10, please. Shot.
I would have called that dangerous play on Anton Levin. I certainly would have reversed that.
Yeah.
You just can't have that sort of thing going in. Eddie Paya just down on the sideline. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that's one, it's a shoulder charge. You're off your feet. It's dangerous play.
Yeah, you can't be a missile. No. Especially when Tim McGann in that instance isn't really looking.
That's
Tim McGann, of course, is captain of Randwick today. He's formerly captained the Beasties.
Eddie Power's just been getting about a minute's worth of treatment from the trainer, Ross Mester. And he still looks a bit ginger on his knee there. It's not good.
Had some bad luck during the week too, didn't they, Brett? Training, Easts, with Angus Sinclair.
Broke his leg. Training Tuesday.
Very talented number 10.
Yeah. He would have been a part of this squad. This is an excellent start, mate. This is a different East team today, certainly than the one we have seen this year, and obviously the one that played Penrith last week.
They've been inconsistent and hard. Their form's just been a mystery to most of us. Today they've turned up in good shape, especially through the first 24 minutes. They've taken 16-0 if you'd offered it. Zlatevsky, good hard run. Well, the dreaded chip kick might work out though. Sipa Tomopio lost it. Valentine got some friends.
Advantage over.
Fryer smashed by Levin. Levin toes it ahead, but he's knocked it on in the process, I think.
You sound hopeful every time there's a chip kick.
Well, yeah, just
never going to happen.
Scrum green.
I used to do it all the time, John.
Well, except when Pappy was playing.
If you're right 19 times out of 20, John, then I've got to be right once.
I thought on the turnover ball there, Valentine, if he'd have punched it into the corner along the ground and given Ethan Ford a foot race,
would have been interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was a phalanx of green supporters there. He just wasn't able to make use of them.
He's not well here.
For La La Lamb. In fact, Tim Maxwell is coming on.
I suspect with that strapping on the knee that he wasn't 100 to start.
Well, La La Lamb hurt his knee early in the season, didn't he? And had some 6 or 7 weeks out with a lower grade tear.
Well, I also thought it was interesting they play him at 8 because we've seen in most of his games at 6. So at 6 you're doing a fair bit more running and getting around the ground. So maybe that was a way to look after him. It hasn't worked out. So I imagine Maxwell will go to 6.
Yeah, McFarland, I'd say, to the back.
Go to 8.
Well, that's okay. Tim Maxwell has been one of their best all year, without doubt. I'm surprised he didn't start the game somewhere.
Well, probably the La La Lamb
experiment, if you like, or the risk.
I'm just going to give you one. I know we're talking about Penrith a lot, but I'll give you one other stat too on that. Penrith scored the most number of points of any club against Eastern Suburbs, bar Eastwood. So it's a pretty impressive performance last weekend. Or a very poor underperformance.
Crouch.
Or both.
Some of it usually is, isn't it?
Yeah. Pause.
Never that black and white, is it? No. So Valentine, good shove from East. But, McFarland's picked it up and got rid of one. Oh, a couple of players off their feet there.
Could argue, yes.
On the side.
Away goes Tim Maxwell.
Josh Valentine taking on offer.
Why? Cruzar now. Great pass from Fry. Valentine. Foley. Tim Wright. Or maybe gave it to Pakalani a little early, but he's still making his way towards the line. With some help. It's been dropped. That was more than half a chance, Brett.
Scrum blue.
Absolutely, had numbers. They played on quickly from the free kick and were gone. They could have almost got offer there for not getting out of the way.
Damon Anderson just hanging on there to Pakalani.
Disappointed.
Yeah, you could argue whether it was early or not, but I think that the speed of getting it to Pakalani was critical. Because he is fast. We've seen him.
Adam Fry's
just coming off. And Tony Hallengar, I think that's not a blood bin, I can tell you.
What's happened there?
Something's not right.
That is not working for him. That is a permanent replacement.
Right.
26 minutes.
A couple of early replacements then for Randwick.
Wow. Interesting.
Hallengar and Maxwell both on.
Touch.
La La Lamb, Adam Fryer, two excellent players. Job just got a little bit tougher, or Valentine trying to steal it from Matt Hodson.
Taken over by blue, scrum green.
Well, Matt Hodson did well there. He might not have lived that down if little Josh Valentine had pinched it off him.
Yeah, he got a good look, didn't he?
And he got a good grip on it too.
Yeah, and he tried to go to ground with it and take it with him. But...
Well, that's, I think, lack of number 8 play from Hodgson there too. I mean, it was almost too easy for Valentine, wasn't it?
Crouch.
Just picked it up and
touch.
Was collared. Randwick ball.
Pause. Engage.
They need to be next to score.
Line shifting into the line, but the ball's a bit slow in coming. Farland picks it up.
Get down,
Leo Alangahu. Happy to graft their way to the line. They're that close. 4 or 5 little pick and drives might do it for them. Try to get their pod organised. And Moen brought down about 2 metres short. Valentine gives it to Brown. He's brought down, ball's loose. Randwick will just take their time to get organised here. Alangahu being driven towards the line and over. Not quite.
Advantage. Yep, got
just
him.
need to go through the hands and they'll do it. Ethan Ford.
No.
You didn't need that dive, Ethan.
The crowd's back.
That ground's quite firm. The grass is short. We're ready for cricket season.
Yes, it can only end in tears doing that. Well, this is the tail end of a pretty good build-up. I thought Alangahu was over the rolling ball. Somehow they were able to lay it back. Yeah, here I thought he got it there, but no, he comes back. And by this time, East are out of defenders.
Advantage. Yep, got him.
Player charges in, tries to stop it. He knows he's in trouble.
I don't know what that dive's about. I really don't.
That is such an important try for Randwick. They are now back in it well and truly.
I think Ethan was disappointed he didn't have further to run, so he had to do something.
Helped him get back to his feet. You see him bounce straight back up.
Can't be good for your rib cartilage, can it?
When you're 19.
I suppose.
But that's a pretty good effort from Randwick, having just lost Adam Fryer and Lala Lamb to injury.
See how critical this kick is now.
It's a tough kick. This is a very tough kick.
Beautiful enough.
He hit it well. He just didn't quite judge the breeze, which was attempting to push the ball right.
But what was good here was extraordinary patience shown by Randwick. They haven't been down this end of the field all that much. They just had some patience, went through various phases, then shot it wide, and forward coming in. Gee, that didn't miss by much. He hit it beautifully, but just pushed it slightly to the left-hand side. Oh, there's a mistake from the kickoff.
Oh dear, here we go.
Well, we had a couple of injuries, as we mentioned. Louise, can you tell us anything about Fryer and Lamb?
Well, Lamb's got a torn cartilage in his right knee, but Fryer was actually a tactical decision, so there's no injury to him at all.
Okay. Explain that to me. I mean, not that Neo Alangahu needs talking up or at all. I mean, you don't lose a lot, frankly. He's a terrific player, but Adam Fry's experience and he's at scrum time as well, his contribution.
Touch.
That would have been, I would have think, worked out well and truly before with the players as well. But
good shove
that's
again.
The first scrum without him.
Use it.
McFarlane just to get around referee Angus Gardner there. Attacking the ball. Payer got rid of it well too. Irwin back to Tamata. Valentine across to Pakalani. Oh, Doesn't get past Zlatevsky. Yeah, brought down in the little dust bowl there. And into some space. Ratu Mafu. Now Paya. Another chance to kick. This one.
Nice, really nice. They'll play on quickly here, Foley.
Yeah, Sean Foley into McFarlane. Pakalani. Oops. Oh, this has gone sour. Good pressure.
I would just have a question about whether that ball wasn't taken back into the 22.
No, I think that was fine.
Do you?
Yeah.
I thought he jumped from the field of play, took it over the 22 and handed off to Paya, who put it out on the full. Anyway, it's not how it was seen, so that's that.
It was an excellent chase from Easts. Foley threw it in quickly and Easts were awake. They came up in a line.
So that is Lala.
Pause. Engage.
Troubled knee. Tamata, Levin, Paya, upended by Pakalani.
Stay up.
Shaw. Tomoipio. Nice quick ball. Offer.
Ball's out there.
Oh, the ball was out, okay. Irwin was cleaned out. No sign of the ball, but McFarlane. Good heavy contact at the breakdowns here. They're still throwing plenty out at 33 minutes in. Try a piece, but Easts with a few penalties and a 16-5 lead. Sudden death. Elimination semi. Valentine, Pakalani.
Valentine taken out off the ball there.
McFarlane again. Seeing a bit of the play in the last couple of minutes. And a penalty for Randwick.
No advantage.
And the referee...
Yeah, look, you can see what was going on there. I'll talk you through it in a moment.
Is this round one?
No, this is round two, and I'll tell you why it is round two. That Valentine was taken off the ball
by Paya.
Very heavy knock. I couldn't quite work out who it was.
Back you go.
Shaw's gone in and probably grapple tackled a little bit there, and Valentine's come in with a boot. I might say directed towards the head, but I won't say on the head.
No,
that started Paya coming in.
He thought about it.
He did think about it. That's why I say directed towards it, not on.
Hit late by 7 blue.
Yep, that was the first one over there.
The first one.
Well, you had an advantage to something else.
Yeah.
And the advantage was infield, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
So come back out for the infield one.
Come back out for the infield, but
7 blue.
Have a chat to him.
And the skippers as well.
Yeah. Andrew Shaw.
If we get to see those two players again, it'll be very clear.
Yeah, I saw him as well. Yeah.
But Valentine was definitely taken out late after he got rid of the ball.
Yeah, number 7 as well. I'll come and see you in a second.
All right, okay. Let's see how Angus manages this.
What we don't need is late hits in this game, okay? Penalties going against you for a late hit on number 9, okay? Thank you. Okay, I hope you guys have got that out of your system now, pushing the shove and all that type of stuff. Let's just settle it down. Yeah. I agree. Penalties are going against you. I'll have a word to them.
I doubt it. It's a local derby.
You guys got that out of your system now. All right, penalties going your way. Let's just keep it calm.
Okay. Good luck.
Yeah, okay.
I saw Andrew Shaw handled himself very well. He said nothing.
Well, you'd expect tempers to be a little bit short. It is an elimination final. Yeah. There's a lot at stake in all this. Now,
it's Pakalani on Paya.
There's the hit. It's Valentine getting taken out there in back play with a shoulder charge.
Shaw didn't have to carry through with that, and I think the penalty's fair enough.
Lost forward.
Picked up by Alangahu here. And Randwick are next to score. It'll be well and truly be game on. And Alangahu helps himself to another 10 or 12 metres. Valentine has it now. On the short side they go. McGann, Pakalani. Not a lot of him. And he's willing in the contest.
One in the side.
Ben Mowen. So they're only 7 metres out now. 19, it's Tim Maxwell. Ooh, poor delivery and falling to a nasty one, but it's coming back for the penalty.
Good decision here. What do you do, Brett?
Kick into touch. I think they're on top here for the moment.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Scrum.
Scrum. Okay.
Well, scrum. It's a bit safer, the scrum.
No, the East scrum is looking pretty good. Dominating the last couple.
On the body.
Disrupted Randwick scrum.
One on the hit.
I mean, sure. Now Alangahu. It's good in there, but it's upsetting nonetheless. Lala Lamb off also. But
touch.
See how they go.
Pause. Engage.
4.5 minutes.
He's put the drive on. It's good ball though, Brown. Tim Wright.
Oh,
and they've stolen it.
They knocked that on though, I thought.
David Anderson.
Correctly. It was Levin, I think. Pass went across him. He got a touch. It was an excellent steal. I think Tamara on Tim Wright.
Tim Wright down.
Time off.
Takes it in. Yeah, it was Tamara. Thank you. Stripped it. There's the knock on.
What I'm beginning to like about Randwick, though, is when they're attacking the line, they're now getting their shoulders through and past the defenders, which means they're always getting across the advantage line, or most times getting across the advantage line, which gives them that go-forward momentum, and they're just starting to do that now. It's not a weakness of the defence, it's just Randwick attacking more directly and attacking the spaces.
Here's a problem for Randwick if Alangahu is injured, because they've made a tactical replacement of Fryer.
Well, they can bring Fryer back on.
And Tim Wright.
Thanks, John. Forgot that for the moment.
He's got a few nigglies
on the
by
body.
the look of him.
Fine on the hit.
Apart from all the strapping on his knee.
I don't have to have one.
Yes, you've got plenty of players carrying injuries towards the end of the season, probably most of them to one degree or another.
Hey. Sorry, guys, come down here. Couldn't hear my call because of the aeroplane, all right?
Yes, we're on the flight path.
Step set. You're a dust.
Thinking Randwick on the right-hand side, Brett?
I am, providing East don't do some damage in the scrum.
Touch.
If they get good clean ball here, I think Valentine will go right.
Engage.
Another good drive from East.
Not now.
McFarlane somehow got it away. Toby Brown steps, but gets cleaned up. And might have turned it over here, East.
Hodgson's rolled in the wrong way.
Must roll away.
And right in front of the post. What do you do now?
Well, you
take three now.
Oh, look, they had numbers on the right-hand side and they had the heavies for
three.
East's defending, but it's too late now.
It's a good example there, what Matt Hodgson did of slowing the ball down. He made a very good tackle and then rolled himself accidentally on purpose.
Just had the one over there, right? So calm down.
Over. Matt Hodgson, second man in, and he there we go, I'll just roll in there just in case they have any thought of a quick ball.
And I'm not moving.
Back, please.
The dark arts.
Well, 3's better than 7. For East, I mean. Yes, not for Randwick.
Depends who you are, yes.
Yeah, providing he kicks this, of course.
Kick it into a block of flats.
Well, that's vital score. 38 minutes gone.
Yeah, they turned the tide anyway. It looked ominous for Randwick early, but they've managed to turn that around the last 15 minutes or so. A little bit of ball helps.
Well, they've had good territory over the last 10 minutes too, haven't they? They've been playing down in East's quarter. That's where they need to stay.
McFarlane. Bounces out of one. He's offside. Ford, yes, and he was called that way. And that is out on the full.
In front.
Just a reminder, the Wallabies have had a first-up win in New Zealand World Cup with a 32-6 victory over Italy. So they're off and running.
Well, we didn't get a chance to see that, of course. I look forward to watching that a little later in the day. But it sounds like a good defensive performance anyhow.
Yep. Australia's always had trouble with Italy, although never having lost to them. So it was a danger game, I suppose.
Just back there on that.
I'm surprised at this decision, although given the time left on the clock, maybe. This is a very difficult kick. He'd be lucky to get the distance here. It doesn't look that far, but the breeze is directly at him. Almost.
Which also gives Randwick an attacking opportunity, whether they're brave enough to do it. Because they can play as many phases as they like, even after the half-time bell.
So, Dion Tomata, he hasn't missed yet, has he, Graham? No, he's got a conversion and 3 penalties.
Just jinxed him.
Well, this is his toughest kick by some measure.
Or not.
I'll say he won't get the distance. Happy to be proved wrong.
Look at the wind. Didn't even get close.
Valentine.
They're going to chance it.
Pakalani gets rid of it in time. Foley just ran out of support, but gee, they beat some. Valentine, oh, numbers on the right here too. McFarlane. Ben Mowen cuts back inside. This is enterprising stuff from Randwick. Foley. Oh, he might have turned it. Not yet. Mowen. Plenty there to meet him. Lays it back okay. Valentine. Better numbers the other way. McFarlane.
Patience is needed.
Yeah, get off. We're going to do it in one phase, but 5 will do. Noriega. Oh, offer right there. Got his hands all over it. Ball is up. Okay. Let's come back Randwick side here. Foley has managed to turn and release it. Valentine.
Accidental.
And East breathe a sigh of relief there after the missed penalty at one end. They nearly conceded a try at the other, but instead it's 16-8, and East did lead 16-0.
They did. I thought Randwick were going to get a little closer there on the stroke of half-time. They weren't able to do it. Just a little bit of miscommunication. Oh, possession ultimately substantially in Randwick's favour. And they spent a bit of time territorially as well. This is tight. East started brilliantly. And it's a try apiece. Anyone's game in the second half, if Randwick are good enough.
I wonder how they feel about it. Ben Mowen is with Steph.
Ben's feeling a little bit tired right now. Almost went over there, Ben. It was a bit of one-way traffic against you for a while there, but managed to turn things around.
Yeah, it was. Set pieces really letting us down at the moment. General play, we're okay, but we just need to go into half-time and address a few things.
And there have been some costly errors, also a bit disappointing to lose Lala Lamb.
Yeah, very disappointed, but saying that we've got good depth, so more than good enough guys to cover him. We'll go in there, we'll address a few simple things and get it right.
Good stuff. Take a break. Thanks for your time, Ben.
Thanks very much.
All right, well, it's half-time here at Coogee Oval with East in the lead. And as we heard earlier, the Wallabies are celebrating a comfortable win in their first hit out in the Rugby World Cup. Let's get more of the latest news from New Zealand and join Lou Ransom for the Rugby Wrap.
It's 4th against 5th at Coogee, and only one to go on in the 2011 Shute Shield. Will it be East or will it be Randwick? And we've got a nice afternoon for it, a good hard surface and some good hard tackling as well. And these boys are throwing everything at it. Anton Levin, the sole try for East, and Tomata's been involved with the boot, with the conversion and a few penalties. Randwick, Ethan Ford, the try, and Toby Brown, the penalty. So it's all to be won or lost. And Lockie Fear is down there with Steph.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Lockie, high intensity from your boys for the start, but Randwick's really responded to that.
Yeah, it was a bit touch and go for us at the end. We were glad we got that ball at the end from a 95-metre return, I guess, from our penalty. Hopefully we can come out firing this second half and hold on to that lead.
And are you concerned about the amount of possession and territory that the Galloping Greens had?
I think this wind is a little bit of a factor, and we hope it will be for us in this half. We've got a good kick. We showed some good kicking in that first 20 minutes of the game, and if we can put the pressure on with our kick and our chase, hopefully we'll turn it around with territory and possession.
Great stuff. Good luck for second half.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck to all teams and coaches, but this is a good performance from Anton Levin in this match so far. Damon Anderson, he almost set up on the way to the line there. And Tamata, Levin, and one squandered between the three of them out wide there. But here's a little error from Randwick that presented Levin his chance, Brett. Away he went.
Yeah, their only try, and whilst they were the dominant team in this part of the game, it was against the run of play. So in some ways, lucky to have got one at all.
And on this left side, Pakalani and Tim Wright. Pakalani went close. He was dragging Damon Anderson with him. Not to be that time.
Advantage.
They eventually did catch East short of numbers out wide, and Ethan Ford dived over. And right on the stroke of half-time, as this penalty came up short, Randwick backed themselves, and wisely so. They nearly got themselves a big reward at the other end. With another good run from Pakalani and support there from Foley, who's got some pace. Does he put the foot down here? And somehow East were able to hold on.
Matt Hodgson made that tackle, and he has been an unbelievable addition to this Eastern Suburbs team. He has been a real presence at every breakdown. He's possibly the reason they're in front, and he might end up being the reason they win.
Yeah, so it was a scare there for Easts in those last few seconds of the first half. But they're 8 to the good as we start the second half, and Toby Brown to get us underway. And the breeze will certainly be a factor. Let's watch and enjoy who handles it the better. Shaw.
Lost forward.
Lost that.
Advantage.
And away goes Maka. Can't quite release it. He had McGann waiting for a ball. Valentine might have lost it too, but there's no knock on there. Oh, I don't think that was intended for Ben Mowen.
Advantage over.
A couple of big clean outs early in the second half. Paulie Tamoipio. Sipa Tamoipio drills it into touch, and we've got Dion Tamata back in front of the posts. The number 10 for East's in some trouble.
Left ankle there, Steve, but very tentative getting up on that. Just gone back down.
Interesting little piece of play. Ben Mowen, if he was able to just be a fraction deeper off that pass from Valentine, he may well have charged straight through. Execution not brilliant from either team. East will be disappointed. They turned over ball from the kickoff.
We're going to change in the Randwick backline. So Tim Wright hasn't come out for the second half. Tom Joseph is on, and maybe Pakalani is going to slot into the centres. We'll wait and see. That's where he's standing at the moment. Tom Joseph more often a wing.
Yeah, he's a winger, and he'll slot in on the right wing, I guess, although Ethan Ford played there in the first half. So I don't think it matters too much. I'll just slot in somewhere. Yeah. Just catch and pass, boys. Just an interesting one in relation to Dion Tamata, who is a key man for East, but he hasn't taken the line on once in this match. He's a terrific kicker of the ball, and he throws a good long ball to his outside men. But I think I'd like to see him just ask a few questions of this Randwick defence.
Well, that's if he's fit enough now.
Yes, that's an issue again.
So that's, he still looks a bit proppy. Hope he's all right for the remaining 39 minutes of what is clearly a crucial game here. Season ender for one of them. Valentine has it now. I think the firmness of this pitch isn't helping the fitness of the players. When they come down hard.
East ball. No. Oh, a bit lucky to hang on to this Randwick.
Valentine.
That's hazardous, Josh.
Yeah.
Mowen. Randwick are just easing their way towards the line. Oh, his penalty coming back here. Angus Gardner points the way of the home side. Well,
thanks, mate.
A bit high on Josh Valentine.
Number 5. Keep it down. Tackles high.
Josh has hit it up a couple of times in the last minute. Got smashed a couple of times.
Well, he's sniping just off the the base of that breakdown area where there are some gaps, and figuring he's a little smaller, he can sneak through. Well, most times he can.
Yeah, the big men love getting hold of a little halfback, so he needs to be careful.
It's a pause for some attention to Valentine.
That's the difference, though, between the two teams. The halves of Eastern Suburbs aren't doing any of that sniping and asking any questions of the fringe defence, whereas at least East know they've got to be careful because Josh might go. And I'd like to see the same from East's. Ben,
how about that?
Well, we've hardly seen Ben Ward this year. A very accomplished number 10.
He's
Tomato.
captained this team in the past too.
It's that sort of job requirements this year that have sort of kept him out of the top grade, and they've missed him as an alternative at 10. Matt Tamua is injured at the moment, so they don't have him either. McFarlane takes it at the front for Randwick. Again, reaching for it.
Stop once.
And offer Fanganuku. He's been called out of it. Good management by the referee.
Stop twice, use it.
Brown. Maka. And Levin grappling with him. Back up the middle. Ben Moen. Randwick looking like they've really got a thirst for it here. Plenty of defensive numbers out there. Foley. Valentine quickly. Maxwell. Foley. Oh, the tackling is just ferocious. This is what do-or-die rugby's about. Sudden death. Some of the hits look near fatal. Big pot set by Randwick, but they don't go anywhere. Excellent defence. They're getting well organised. How's the execution? It's grinding stuff. A little bit closer. McFarlane.
Oh, that's offside.
That's fine.
Oh, it's okay. Hodson's got away with that one. And East have got it.
Leave it, Green. Stay there. No, leave him.
Not quite sure how they got away with that, but Irwin
figure it out.
Has drilled it into touch.
At what point is a ruck formed, I suppose, is the question. He's on his feet.
Yeah.
That's fine. You have to be on your feet if you're going to play the ball. But you can't touch the ball in a ruck. So anyway, that's a ruck. Oh, no, he's all over it. Is it a ruck? He's got his hands on it. He's been good, Matt Hodgson. I think he's in trouble without him today.
Well, you're good if you get away with it, and he got away with it. So forced a turnover, but Randwick back on attack.
Beautiful pass. Maka brought down midfield. 18 metres out. Randwick have had all the ball here. Moen. Nice little step from him to hand offload, but it goes astray. Toby Brown taken outside his 22, so they've lost 5 or 7 there. Maka. Offloaded to Foley. Over.
Gee, I thought they'd messed that up. I thought Maka didn't know Foley was on his left. He certainly didn't look. Eventually, took half a tackle.
Well, there you go. Randwick first to score in the second half. Very important.
I was about to talk about the brilliance and the line speed of the East defence. That's soft. Oh, there he is. He's forced to flick it in the tackle. It looked pretty simple when he first went through.
I think Sean Foley probably let him know he was there. But
what's this? Foley's on his left and it's catch pass. Oh, there it is. Easy in the end. Foley did pretty well in traffic to get there. Here they come. Now, East with a breeze, but they haven't had the ball.
And they've lost Dion Tomato. We'll get a report on him in a moment, but we'll just watch how Toby Brown goes here. Over 200 points this season, Toby Brown.
Difficult kick. Beautifully struck into the breeze. It's a 1-point ball game. Randwick 2 tries to 1.
Well, it's just great work and a bit of patience now. Broken play. Marker takes it directly past McMicken. Looks on the inside, sees full of East. He heard Foley on his shoulder. Beautiful backhanded, left-handed flick. And well done. Randwick just showing a little bit of patience to build up and score that, but coming from broken play in the end.
I think a number 12 spotted a number 3 to run at there, John, and that was that.
Chicken McMicken caught out.
Then Ward fires it on quickly. Sipper Tomoipia did very well. Oh, Eddie Payer smashed by Ford. Not two big men, but they gave it 100%.
Just swapped jumpers at half-time, haven't they? The intensity coming from Randwick.
On your feet.
John, the possession stats now show that Easts are down to 39% of the ball. That's in the match, so they can't win with that sort of possession statistic.
Geez, that's dropped quickly, hasn't it?
So we saw Dion Tomata go off. Louise, what's his problem exactly? Do we know?
Ankle, and it's quite a nasty sprain, and he spent a lot of time sitting behind the post, and he's just made his way back to the bench now and has an ice pack on the ankle now.
All right, that may or may not be okay for next week if Easts do go through. It's a 1-point game here at Coogee Oval. It's 4th placed Easts playing 5th place Randwick. Marker into the side late, but he's had plenty of first grade this year. He comes in for Bebu Takiri and set up a crucial try moments ago. Brown, Pakalani. Nice stepping from him. Oh, and strength. He's ironed out Hodgson. McGann.
Advantage.
The contact in this match has been as fierce as we've seen all season, and a penalty to Randwick, and the Coogee faithful are loving it. And a couple of bodies down needing some attention.
Back 10.
Well, we've got Hodgson on the far side. We've got Marker on the near side. And if Pakalani gets out of that scot-free, I'll be surprised.
Turn around and walk away.
Pakalani has run into a bigger man and left him in pieces.
They're looking good now, Randwick. Looking very good. He just got him in an awkward spot, Pakalani on Hodgson.
Slowing it up. Enough to escalate, all right? That one there, number 1.
Also got himself in an awkward spot. He gets himself in here. He's the tackler. Doesn't necessarily go to ground, but he's at a point there where he's got to let it go. He's off his feet.
He never took his hands off the ball in the process of the tackle, and at some point you've got to allow the tackle player, well, not at some point, immediately, you've got to let him play the ball.
Yeah, and it looked perhaps worse than it was because he was just so blatantly on Randwick's side. Hodgson getting wrapped up. He's obviously got a bit of claret there from the collision.
I've been impressed by Marker in the games we've seen him play. He's a very direct, strong, powerful runner. Each time he makes yards.
Yeah, he takes some stopping.
Doesn't he? Just strong.
The other factor here in Randwick's favour, John, 11-5 the penalty count.
Brown kicks it into the street. He's with a tree. Oh, that did come down. Just really stuck up there for the duration. Yeah, and they trailed. It was 16-0, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so 18 unanswered points from the Wicks.
When you're ready.
They've got to find something here, East. I'm not sure where they'll find it, but they have to find a bit of dominance of possession. Great stuff.
Ben Mohan, well taken. Valentine. Anderson took it well. Offloaded it nicely. But, plenty of Randwick boys streaming through. Slatevsky. Whoops. Oh, they're up for the tackles now, Randwick. They're all over this one. Oh.
You're off your feet, number 2. First, back 10.
I was on my feet, sir.
Not supporting his own body weight.
Tony, I would like to look at that again.
Oh, well. He was hopelessly outnumbered there. It was Latevsky. He ran into about 5 Randwick defenders. It was always trouble.
It's a bit like Rorke's Drift, wasn't it?
You got it on the ball, not past it.
Here come the Zulus.
Well, I think he contemplated the big long pass to his right and then realised he was a hooker and thought better of it.
6. Off that. 6. 6, 8, 2.
Zlatevsky's throw eventually comes. Tip back. And
they're swarming now, the Greens.
Yeah, Ben Ward caught there. Irwin to Moipio. Irwin, offer. Good pace from the big man. Into the Randwick half. They've hardly been here. Oh, short ball might have been a good idea. He had Matt McGann at his shoulder. And East get a penalty, finally.
Pakalani in trouble in back play now. It looks worse than it's an elbow.
Hand.
Yeah, elbow, I think.
Arm, hand. He's not well.
No.
Cold, windy day on a firm pitch, and you seem to get more than your share of injuries on a day like this.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure what that is.
I don't either, but it's
payers coming off.
Anecdotally, I think it's the case.
Listen, I just had a chat to them down there about that.
Eddie Payer leaving the field.
Right.
And it is Dane McCarthy has replaced him.
Okay.
And it looks like there'll be a replacement for Pakalani in a moment.
I just wonder who's going to be playing fullback. Might be Anderson.
It looks pretty bad. Okay.
He's got a shoulder problem or something here. He's got to hold his arm in a certain spot.
Looks like a collarbone.
Let's not look at that. Oh.
That's right.
That's
from behind, it doesn't quite so upsetting, but he's in some considerable pain here. And
collarbone, because it doesn't matter what position you get into.
Irwin and Pakalani launched himself at him and immediately was in trouble.
Come on.
It hurts, Doc.
Yeah, and after Pakalani, he's had a pretty bad year with injuries, so on comes Dominic Barr. It's very hard to get a rhythm in a game when there are this many stoppages and injuries. It's fluent play is
what do you want?
Look,
Scrum or line out?
If East are going to win this game, they absolutely have to dominate possession because it's their forward pack that is going to get the job done here. They haven't taken on Randwick at all from the halves. Yes, they'll spread it wide with some long passes, but it is the East forwards who need territory, and they might rumble themselves a victory.
Wasn't that a wasted opportunity? That was a penalty line out for East, not in straight. Turnover.
Good scrum. No, they've just gone down.
McFarlane.
He's been good today. Yes. Been excellent. Hard to knock over.
Valentine sends it left. Foley tries to burst through the midfield defence, but Sipa Tomoipio drags him to ground. Box kick. Damon Anderson. Through a lot of traffic, still going. Damon Anderson, great run from him. Ward, Levine did very well to keep it. Shuffles it on. Ratu Mafu just dabs it through. Tim Maxwell's there.
Thankfully.
Good cover.
Well, there's more injuries here. We've got two Randwick boys down. In fact, one of them has only just come on.
Yeah, that's Bauer.
Hey. Bauer has made the tackle.
He focus on your game. Conscious on that.
Yes, that's it. Randwick defender here. There he is. My ball.
The tackle was okay. It was how he hit the ground.
Yeah. Well, I think he hit the hip of Anton. It could have been there too, John. I'm not sure. He sort of rocked away from the tackle. I think he was already in trouble before he hit the ground.
And I think Finau Makamaka is also over near the cricket pitch.
Yep.
He hasn't moved too much either.
No.
Yeah.
They're running out of medical staff.
Running out of players.
Well,
no, he's just stretching.
Fairly. Okay. It's a back issue. Okay, we'll go down to the ward. And Louise, what can you tell us about what's going on?
Well, Steve, this happened last time we were at Randwick too.
Yes.
So many injuries. But Eddie Payer's got a corked hip, and Afa Pakalani has dislocated his left shoulder, and the doctor's just trying to pop it back in now.
Yeah, it's time off.
I don't need to watch
Can
that.
we watch that? Get a camera on that?
No. That's well, RPA's not far from here. I need to see an episode during the rugby.
They cleared their bench last time we were here.
Yeah.
That's why we've got some downtime, all right? I understand there's a good contest at the tackle, all right? Yeah. The first man off, got to clear that breakdown area, okay? You want quick ball, okay? First man there is away. Now's a good time to have a chat, okay? Just to reiterate that. Clear at the tackle.
When they're away, just
the release and the roll, okay?
Little Laws lesson, great opportunity for it with a big injury break.
Yeah, that is a concussion. I'd be surprised if they let him continue.
So Dominic Bauer had all of a minute on, and you can be this unlucky.
That.
Yeah, no, he's out before he hits the
Yeah, I think he's run into Anton Levin's hip.
Time on.
Fog is cleared.
Yeah, okay. Well,
really?
Yep.
It troubles me to see them allowed to play on in those circumstances. Anyway.
Give the ball to Damon Anderson. What about his run a minute ago, sparking Easts?
Levin. Looking for a way through the green wall.
It's a good green wall.
Ben Ward. He's through. Runs into Valentine, who drags him down. Oh, numbers to the right here for East. Levin, the pass was just a little too far in front of him. Gee, there was a chance.
Well, East's fly half has taken them on for the first time in the match. And this is the result. They get some quick ball and an opportunity on the right. Execution let them down.
Yeah, outstretched arms and fingers. You might get that one 2 times out of 10.
Well, the breeze is pushing the ball further and further away from Anton there.
I'll go back to Valentine's role too. He's running a beautiful second line of defence and clearing up any of those breaks. Perfect copybook tackle around the ankles. He's just adds so much to Randwick, doesn't he?
Indeed. You need your experienced boys to stand up right now. 15 and a half minutes into the second half. A 2-point game. Surely he's offside, Ford. Anderson cleaned up by Ford.
He's got it.
Ethan Ford.
Got it.
Oh. Leo Alangahu, a metre short. Moen.
Onside, Blue.
He's got
there.
I got the call.
And still, another bad feeling bubbles over.
I think he was offside, Ethan Ford, from the kick. I mean, I could be wrong, but gee, it was a good chase, and he did beautifully at the tackle. Gets to his feet, snaffles the ball. They should have protected it too, East boys.
We were pretty much in line with it, Brett. I'd love another look at it if we can go back that far.
He took a fraction long. This is the tail end. He gets hit as he gets the ball. That's Anderson. Forward to his feet. Got all the rights. Thank you. Anderson does his best to protect it. Nothing he can do. A little lucky flick. This is not the try just yet, but it will be in a second, and I think it's Ben Moen. Gets his arm there.
Oh, yeah, that's... how did they let him do that? Well,
that's it. I think it's questionable because you have to play it immediately, which seriously he should have done by now, and he reaches forward in the end. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, but I suspect Ford was offside from the Valentine kick. Here they come. Kick's important, gets them out beyond the 7-point margin. Pushed it. No, he's got it. Brilliant. Yeah. That's an excellent kick and a good lead now.
That was superb. I actually thought it was okay from the kick, and no. I thought it was all right, but it's not. Anyway, he's done well. He's pushed on. Anderson just makes a meal of it there, but he does everything right on the ground. Nearly gets away with it. It's turned over, but I thought Ben Moen was very lucky to get away with that. Not exactly played immediately, was it?
Randwick maybe fortunate on a couple of counts there, but
and they're lucky here. Ben Ward hasn't kicked the kick off 10 metres.
And Maka,
he's battling.
Yeah.
He's got a hammy or a lower back problem that you can't shake. He's been excellent too. Very strong presence in midfield.
Yep.
Crouch.
He's a big lad. He's got to be 100 kilos
Touch.
and close to 190 centimetres. Formidable number 12.
I've got an advantage, Blue.
Levin. Damon Anderson. Try and get something going out here. Sipa Tamoipio. Oh, nice run. Sipa. Where's the support? Oh, it's there. Offer. No, I beg your pardon. Tamoipio. It's Paulie Tamoipio. Ward. Levin. Cuts back. Cut down. Mathers through. Better stuff from Easts. Shaw to the 22, very close to the sideline. Kept him in. Ward.
Very flat.
Yeah, Sipa Tamoipio a sitting target really, and Moen's got him wrapped up. Might have stolen it, Ben Moen.
He's got to let it go when it hits the ground, although it's still battled.
Yep. McFarlane.
Turnover.
He secured it. And the Randwick crowd pretty happy with that. Now Alangahu just trying to settle it all down. Sean Foley.
It's not out.
They don't want it to go out. Damon Anderson. He's off. And he's quick. But not quite away from Tim Maxwell. Brought down by Toby Brown.
Push.
Anderson's made some great meters today. Off.
Oh, well done. Good skill.
Some good stuff happening out there. Sam Zlatevsky chips through. Watch out. Oh, yes. Foley. Oh, some exciting rugby being played here. Elimination semi.
Loose ball. Flat again.
Mathers.
Someone go forward.
Paul Tamoipio.
Step back.
Spilled out in a hurry. Ratumafu. Got it away to Anderson. Oh, he's got the mark.
That is, he's taken it one-handed like he's Mark War. And
So
had the presence of mind.
Didn't go 15 metres. Can it be a mark?
Watch this. He's got it on his foot. He's just reached behind him. One hand, mark.
He thought of it afterwards.
That was extraordinary because I don't think half the players near him realised what had happened.
Yeah.
Let's go, please.
I was referring to AFL.
You were. That was a very clever reference.
I just didn't want people to think that it does actually have to go 15 metres in this game. Great presence of mind.
Oh, apart from the skill and the fitness to be there in defence. Each have got to find something. That helps. A little bit of ball.
Forward to Levin. Anderson. It's McCarthy.
14, release!
Short side. Dane Anderson.
Flag up.
Oh, bodies down everywhere again.
Hey.
Most of them getting up. One not.
Yep.
It's a Randwick player.
Yeah, just trying to work it out again. Is
it Maka again?
Maka, I think.
He's had enough, I think.
I don't think so. Might be hurting, but he hasn't had enough.
Someone tell him he's had enough.
Yes, might have to.
McFarlane takes it. 18 minutes left.
7 stay behind him.
Game still in the balance, but East can't afford to have Randwick score again. East, the points have just dried up. It's a long time since they scored. Move it on. Here's Levin. Ratu Mafu. Mafu, and he's got his man. And
Taken over by Green. Hey.
That'll be a 5-metre scrum.
Hey, turn around. Hey.
Much better play from Easts. Oh, here we go.
You saw that?
Let's go.
Well, that's a good sign.
Taken over by Green.
They're firing up,
Scrum
which is exactly what they need to do. Lift the pace. I'm a bit conscious that Randwick on that occasion thought it was okay to kick the ball away and then not chase all the way across the park. Because East will run it because they have no option.
Well, there's only one chaser up there, which was Bauer, who eventually took it back over the line, so his work rate was high.
Time off.
Randwick have got themselves in front and scored 25 unanswered points by keeping it in hand. So don't start kicking it now.
Well, especially when Muckamarka was out of the back line, and he's out of play now completely. He's gone off.
Come on.
So Jack Tovey has come on. So they must have put a forward in the back line.
Work it out. It's
McFarland.
Crouch.
Yeah, because Maxwell's gone to number 8.
Touch.
Well, he'll have his work cut out here
Pause.
in defence, I would have thought. McFarland. They're going to scrum this again.
Taking it down, Green.
And I don't know how they're stopped.
Scrum.
We're not done here today yet, gentlemen.
We are not.
And ladies.
Collapsing. Here's the mark.
We've got a try here or a penalty try. And they are well and truly back in it.
So McFarland's defending at first receiver, so he'll take Ward.
Crouch.
On a man-on-man in this position.
Touch.
So Brown's it inside. So there we have
Pause. Engage.
East, good scrum. Driving
New
it towards the line. Short side. See over. Mine held up.
Stay held up.
Time off.
Oh, we're going to have a look.
Well, it won't matter, I think.
No, it's a penalty anyway.
Andrew Shaw. Is the man who was endeavouring to get it down.
Got you, Gus.
Mate, I just lost sight of the ball as it crossed the line. I just want to check try, no try. If not, I'm going back for the penalty to blue. Green collapsing the scrum.
Try, no try.
Yeah, agree. Yeah.
And the next
if there's
one.
no try, I'm going back for the penalty.
And we'll have another scrum. There he is, not...
A few bodies in the way there.
There's his hand on the right-hand side.
There's the ball, it's not down.
No, not
Held up, but they're not out of trouble yet.
No.
In fact, I think they're in big trouble. The next time this scrum goes down, it'll be a penalty try. Under the posts.
I think Dominic Bauer is one of the players under there. He's had a pretty solid introduction. Yeah. Welcome to elimination semi-final time in the top grade, Dominic.
Gus, are you there?
Yes, mate.
It's no try.
Okay.
So you're back for the penalty.
Thanks, mate.
To blue.
Okay, no try. Penalty.
Now that break will have helped the Randwick scrum reorganise again. Have a bit of a break, so...
did they have a scrum meeting?
Yes. Push. Tighten the vines and push.
Not expecting this to get out to Ben Ward just yet.
Touch.
No, Ben can
pause.
Relax.
Have a cover. Yep. That's crooked feed from start. Should have been penalised. It was worse than crooked.
Come here, please. Yep.
Yellow.
Scrum's down on your side. Knees on the ground. There you go, thanks.
Well, that's silly. Just give him a penalty try. I mean, that's might as well, because it's going to happen now.
Stephen Noriega has gone for 10.
What do you want to do? Scrum?
How many scrums?
Yep. Time on.
Oh, he's well and truly in this game now. I got an issue with this scrum. Just because you're a dominant scrum doesn't mean you don't have to put it in the middle.
First.
Yeah, well, it's been a bit of an issue in the game for a couple of years now, the way the ball is rolled in. But anyway, Hodgson has it at his feet here, and Noriega has been adjudged to have dropped it or not been up to keeping it up. John?
Interesting during the Italy-Australia game, Luke Burgess came on and was penalised for an incorrect feed.
Get out of town.
No, and It had to be the first of the year that I've seen, I think.
Mark's here. Let's go.
Maraki Toa comes on for Randwick, so they must have lost back row. Yes, Tim Maxwell's off.
Tim Maxwell, yes. Well, if nothing else, winding the clock, although it's stopped at the moment.
The only thing
Watch
here,
this scrum
Crouch.
feed. Watch where he puts it. Well, if the last scrum's any indication.
Touch.
only thing here, I'd suggest that Randwick might
Pause.
concede the points here and put difficulty on the kicker.
Hodgson at his feet. It's with Hodgson. It's with Hodgson.
It's penalty try.
And McFarlane came through, picked
And the
it up.
fight is on in back play.
Well, that was always going to happen at some point today. Not too much danger though in there.
It's a local derby, no love lost, and it just bubbles to the surface again and again. Tim Maxwell.
I thought Tim Maxwell was off.
Yeah.
No. It's
Okay, it was
McFarlane, I think
Jack
it was
Tovey came off.
rather.
Way you go.
Yeah, for Toa, not
Way you go.
Tovey for Toa. There you
Just a
go.
bit of handbagging, push and shove, just go and try and rest.
Okay, done.
Bit of handbagging, that's all.
I think Neo Halangahu's down also in the in-goal area. I don't think that's a good sign. East might get out of this game yet.
Struggling to get to the end of the game at this rate.
They've got to get back down. They need territory and pack scrums. That's pretty much it. Helpless.
Yeah, it's Tim McGann with his head up there, the flanker for Randwick. He dived through. He may have been the offending party, actually.
Yeah, no risk. No risk. He knows that once the ball crosses the try line, it's anyone's ball.
But it wasn't there yet.
No, it wasn't. But the point I was
Went off
making,
a little early.
Perhaps it would have been a wiser idea for Randwick to concede that try there, just let the pushover happen and put the pressure on the kicker to pop it from 15 metres out.
Good thinking, John, but
Too
the
late.
forwards under pressure, fatigued,
you bet.
think that clearly.
Well, they're two men down at the moment, one in the bin, and hooker Halangahu hasn't rejoined his teammates yet, so...
The battery's playing fullback.
Now, Randwick have to hang on to this ball.
Foley. To the air, and plenty of time to get under this one. Oh, he's running to McCarthy.
He's got that, I think. Randwick.
Well, Bauer gave it a good fight, but I think East have got it. Matt McGann came back in a hurry. Offers offloaded. Slatevsky.
Leave it green!
Randwick player on the wrong side there. Has been called out of it well enough. And Ward, that's off hands. Foley. And out it goes. Yeah, that cricket pitch area sounds firm, doesn't it?
Randwick have got a feed. A line-out throw here.
Time off.
Geese
Number
must
one
have-
green sub.
Another sub, front row.
Cruzar now comes off, and George Fafita is on.
Well, there's plenty of him, Big George. There's plenty of time left here. Plenty of time. 25-23. I think there's a bit of excitement left for both of these teams.
And Randwick, I think they'll have about 4 minutes left when they get their full 15 back. Maxwell takes it nicely off the top. Brown, Foley. Sipa Tomoipio was in his way.
Holding.
Valentine.
Oh, could have might have left that behind him, but no, not on.
Scrum green.
Tim Maxwell.
Little knock on. They hurt too. It's the one thing. It's good tackle in the end by Ward. But it's errors that'll cost them the game. They can hang on to the ball. It could be okay.
Ben Ward's been good, Brett.
He has. He has played all of second grade today.
Maxi, push up with me.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
Interesting, Randwick have got a full 8-man scrum.
Sipa Tomoipio, partial charge down from Valentine. Oh, Good kick from McGann. Matt McGann sent this downtown.
All offside. Randwick.
Hodgson takes it. Foley claims him.
Oh, turned over.
Oh, he can't be in there.
Irwin found it. He finds Ward. Ward over the head of Ford. Oh, dear.
Here they come.
Stewie, knock on first.
It's an excellent kick from Ward. Excellent kick. That's where the wind is going. Just send it on the breeze.
237 tackles in the game, and more than our share of injuries today. Whoops.
He had a bit more room there than he thought.
Lost his bearings somewhat, I think. So he was turned around by the bounce of the ball. 10 to go. The winner to play Eastwood next Saturday. Shaw.
Oh. Offside.
Take the shot. No doubt.
Greenback's offside.
But who's going to kick it?
Ben Ward.
Ward, yeah.
I think we'll have a shot. Mad if they don't.
Well, Sipa Tamoipio is walking over with it.
Oh, okay.
And he's not had any successful kicks this year. So that's a bit of pressure to hand the man.
No problem.
He stepped straight forward, said, I'll have it. Your suggestion made sense, Brett.
Hit it well. Black dot. Perfect.
There we go. How about that? Your first points off the boot this year in the elimination semi.
East's in front.
Oh, here it's his second now. Okay. Correction. And here he is again.
Take him back.
Puts it on the left boot, which is suddenly full of confidence, but he's sent it straight to Foley.
Yeah, that's the spot. Excellent kick. That's a really good play.
Bit of leg break on it.
Good vision.
Yeah, and over the billboards too, so no quick throw. This will give Randwick a chance to reform. That's just great vision.
Put the pressure back on them. They've got to get the ball up. 8 minutes left in the season for one of these teams.
Straight line out throw. Crucial from Sam Zlatevsky. And Randwick might have stolen it. No, they haven't. Knocked on by Randwick, in fact.
Scrum blue.
That was such a complicated line-out move. I think they all lost the plot along the way.
I think they complicate it so it takes longer. Well, they've got the scoreboard on their side here, Easts. Nothing fancy required. Hang on to the ball.
Crouch. Touch.
Now, I mentioned Randwick are going in with an 8-man scrum. Of course, they're down numbers, but they're sacrificing it back, so it's 6 and 8.
Ward.
Hold blue forwards. Stop.
Ford gets rid of it to Foley. Good defensive line coming up from East. Foley gives himself a chance to get under this one. East have got it.
Take him back.
Ford again. It's claimed just inside the East half. Brown. McFarlane was a trailing runner, but he couldn't get it to him. Moen. And Paulie Tamoipio trying to wrestle it away, and he succeeded it. Charge down. Ward's got it again.
16.
It's one of the craziest games we've seen. Levin. McGann. Al McFarlane puts a step on. 12 metres inside the east half.
Yeah, that was always coming.
You were fine, 11 wasn't. 11 blue to the side.
I think they're a bit far.
It's too far.
I think it is. So it creates enormous pressure.
Shot.
He's going to have a shot. And Ratu Mafu, and again charging into the breakdown. That was Andrew Shaw, Anton Levin style.
Well, I think there was an earlier penalty, Reece again delaying it at the breakdown, so it was eventually coming. Look, the wind has dropped remarkably. It's almost gone still. I think, 48 metres on the angle, might be just a bit too far.
So Stephen Noriega, when this sin bin lapses, it won't be him who comes back on. It'll be Tovey.
He's going to start that just to the right-hand post and try and bring it in with on the breeze. A little breeze there is.
Bit of pressure on this one.
A little bit.
Toby Brown. Put Randwick back in front.
Thumped it. Absolutely thumped it.
Into the street.
He's kicked it out of the park on the fly. Now that is a kick and a half under pressure.
What I know about distance kicking, you get it right on a postage stamp. Seriously.
That was a heck of a kick. Fantastic timing on the strike. McFarlane. Oh
no.
Yeah, I got it, Smithy.
No. Tell me that didn't happen.
Tired hands.
Yeah. Just give me a minute to call it, please. First up.
He didn't knock that on, did he? No, he couldn't have. Here we go. Yes, he did.
With a second touch, it came forward off his hand, and that hurts. And he's playing in the back line at the moment as the situation with the Randwick injuries.
Well, East are now favourites again. They trail 3.5 on the clock.
Touch.
Drop goal.
Pause.
Or penalty goal wins them the game.
Well, Valentine's trying to referee the game as they're trying to set the scrum.
Another crooked feed.
Ward. Levin.
7 onside.
Irwin's got it. Well, not a lot of room to be had out there, and Hodson, he's kept it in somehow. Sipa Tamoipio. And East drive him another couple of metres. Irwin, short side. Ward, numbers here. McGann.
5 onside.
Going to try and do it in tight, this East pack.
Back.
Getting themselves set.
Thank you.
Try and take these last 5 or 6 metres bit by bit. Set for a war of attrition here. The Beasts and the Wicks. On the short side, big hit.
Mayfield's thumped.
Oh, the effects might pick that up.
Okay, out now, green 15.
Got to keep their discipline, Randwick. 7 phases for East. 4 metres out.
Stay there, green.
A lot of tired, sore bodies out there. Who's got something left?
Leave it 17.
Comes now. Sipa Tamoipio.
No,
just
6.
Opened up a little.
6.
Squeeze ball from East. They've got it.
16.
Ben Ward into half. McGann comes away with it. Tackle by Foley. Right in front of the post. Field goal's on.
Full green, leave it.
Ward is shuffled right.
Onside. Stay there.
Field goal's the option.
4, don't touch it.
Irwin. Levin acting as an extra forward in here close. They get it back to 5 metres.
23.
Mafu.
Here he goes. Ben Ward.
No, wasn't right. Mathers. And Randwick might have turned it. No, East have got it again. Irwin. McMicken.
Push back.
Field goal this time. No, Levin. Can't spot a gap in this resilient Randwick defence.
Ben Ward back in the pocket.
20 seconds left.
Oh, that is unbelievable.
And
what
Ben Moen gets the plaudits from his teammates.
That was 20 phases of defence by Randwick.
Great courage.
And that is probably the East season there. The bell has sounded.
Ben Ward had slotted in behind the ruck for about the last 10 of those phases, and they couldn't get it to him.
Levin, he just didn't want to release it, and you understand why, but Moen was all over him, and that is the game. Oh, Randwick, some courage.
Randwick haven't beaten East for 2 years. Great courage. They were down by 16. They have stormed home. They trailed again. East found a way with a penalty try from a dominant scrum.
Round 16, 2009. Last time the Wicks got a win over their arch rivals, East.
And they can give Toby Brown a hug later. That was a hell of a kick to win the game.
And Randwick, as you pointed out earlier in the program, Brett, did something similar last year. Went from 6th all the way
to
through
Manly.
the
Yeah, they did. They made the grand final from 6th. They somehow find a way. They've been knocked around today.
Yes.
A lot of injury concerns.